Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20 and welcome to episode 95 of Direwolf20's Let's Play series. I have just been in my test world playing around and kind of messing around with a few things to try and find out how certain things work. And I've come to the conclusion that things work in an interesting way with certain mechanics and certain things I want to do. So right now, one of the things I want to work on in preparation for some upcoming coolness would be compact machines. And so hence I am moving this guy down into here, and I'm pretty sure that he's fully constructed now. I think that's the case. And what I should be able to do is hook up a similar doohickey to this, right? Let's get another interface. I decided to move this down here because obviously, why not, right? Like, it feels like that would be a smart move, right? A few more cables and I should be good. Cool. So that should bring you online. And now you just need some juice. So let's get, let's do, Draconic Energy. I guess what we'll do is one of these guys, just cause. And yeah, dire wire laser. It's gonna be bad. I'm not even kidding with you guys. It's gonna be bad. But let's see what we can come up with. You, because this is power going out, right? And you're going up to the base, so that should be fine to laser it down right into there. And then you should be collecting stuff. Let's make sure that you're actually running. Yes, you're happily running. You've got mica. Beautiful. It's slow, obviously, because it's only a tier 1, right? Like, it's not, you know, the fastest thing in the world. I think it's a tier 1, right? Yeah, only a tier 1. So it's super slow, but, like, I also don't need a whole lot of stuff. It's fine. Like, I don't need it to be any better than what it is. It's really just there to get me mica. That's literally the only purpose that it serves for me right now. So that's cool. Oh, wait, what am I putting all this junk in here for? That was supposed to be my... Not this. That was supposed to be this. You were opened for this and this. Did anything else stupid go in here, like cobblestone? Yes. I knew I put 2 stacks of cobble in there. Alright, so you're doing, yeah, you're doing the thing. Good. So then we no longer need an import bus down there. That's cool. That can go away. And then you guys can do your thing. I'll real quick grab my builder's wand just to make this a little bit easier to build out. Cool. Nice and covered up and fancy looking. Not too shabby at all. Like, not even a little bit too shabby. I like it. I think it looks great. And I'm pleased. Alright, so we did that for a reason. What was that reason? Well, I wanted to clear up some space upstairs because one of the things I wanted to play with today was compact machines, and I want to see if I can automate the creation of compact machines. Like literally, like, open this dude up, say, hey, I want a compact machine, and have it craft. So I want to see if I can pull that off. I should be able to pull that off, along with the other things. So let's look at compact machines and see what kind of crafting operations need to occur, right? What we need to do is definitely learn how to make compact machine walls. All that is a block of iron, a piece of redstone, and then a piece of redstone getting thrown into the field, right? So as we may recall, this works by saying, hey, give me a block of iron. We're going to get a few of these just for demonstration purposes. I believe all it is this, and then toss redstone into the field, and it minimizes. So what we need to do is automate that process, right? Now, in addition to that, we'll probably want to learn how to make these guys, because we've been using tunnels a bit. So that's going to be a bit more of a process, right, to get some tunnels. And then we'll also want to learn how to make compact machines themselves, and we'll have to figure out the pattern and how to make that work out, right? Like, this stuff should be doable with the builders from RFTools, right? So let's check that out, right? So an RFTools builder, let's just do this then. We've got one, boom, and he's, you know, all kinds of happy to help, right? So let's remove you from here, right? Because you're... Let's put you on to activate. Yeah, I don't want him actually, like, doing anything right now. So he shouldn't have. Good. All right, cool. Let's figure out how we can use this. So I'm pretty sure the builder has a mode where he can copy an exact structure. So it might need a shape card, I would assume. And this is the part where I actually don't know, because this is like a newish feature of this thing. So let me figure out how this works and we'll be right back. So, quick change of plan. So in testing this build in the single player world, everything worked exactly the way I had planned. I wanted to like real quick test it in a single player world just to make sure there weren't any problems, and I found a small problem. The way I wanted to do this was with the scanner, which we haven't played with yet in RFTools, and the builder, which we have played with before in previous iterations of the mod. But the scanner is like a neat new way of doing things with the builder. Unfortunately, it gets a little bit derpy with redstone dust. Because when it scans an area, which is what the scanner and builder combo do, is it records what blocks are in the area. Well, redstone in the world is called redstone wire, and redstone in inventory is called redstone, and basically the scanner and builder get them mixed up. And it's like, oh, I'm looking for redstone wire, but when I go to build in the world, I can't find any redstone wire in this inventory. All I see is redstone, and it doesn't see the difference. So I reported the bug to McJD, who said he's going to try to fix it. He has no promises. He's going to look into it. So I'm going to hold off on this build for now. I do want to get to a point where I can automate these. If I can get it working with the scanner and builder, I will hold off for a day or two and see if he can't fix the bug. If he can't manage to fix it in time, then what I'll do is probably use another method of building what I need to build. So like, there's basically another way. So we could do a placer. Right, so we could do like some kind of like, isn't there a phantom placer? Yeah, one of these dudes. Like what I could set up is if I wanted to like autoplay stuff, right? We'd do this and we'd do the phantom doohickey. And like let's say we want the redstone to be placed there, right? I'd bind you to here with a placement of down. Redstone mode deactivation is on, right? So if I place that in there, boom, it places the redstone. Sweet. So that's like one way to place redstone in the world remotely. Because I don't want to, like I could have like, you know, places all around here underneath, but like we have to build vertically up, right, with some of these structures, especially like the iron one, right? So what we would probably do, right, like let's say that we wanted to build like this dude, right? The way he would work would be we would have a block here and a block here, and then we'd have another placer cool. And you should go relatively quickly into making a phantom placer for me, right? Psst, go. And you'd go here, and so like this guy would be bound to here. He's out of range, really? That's unfortunate. We could obviously tweak this as needed, right? Range 3. Really? I don't love this as being the problem. I hope you don't, like, derp out over this. But I'm just trying to demonstrate, like, one way we could do this. Wait, on you to here and you to here. Cool. And then if we wanted to have this thing auto-build, obviously they wouldn't be right there. They wouldn't be right there above the ground. They'd be hidden somewhere, right? But like this here, that needs to be in down mode. Hold on. Like they both want to be in down mode. That's the direction that it places the block. And then that. Cool. And that would totally work. And this guy probably wouldn't place. Oh, he would. He would try to place down there. All right. Well, we'd figure it out, right? Long story short. Like we could probably bind you here. Really? You're out of range? That's funny. Your range is really small, isn't it? I mean, it's 4 blocks, but still. It seems like that's more than... Anyway, there's ways to do it without the scanner, but I'd really like to use the scanner builder combo, because I think that would be a lot of fun. If we can't do that, that's cool. So let's come up with a different plan for today's episode. And like I said, if we don't get the scanner builder working, we will try a different way to automate. Because I'd really like to be able to automate compact machines fully for auto crafting. All right, guys. Change of plans again. So after telling with JD, and he's saying he'll take a look at it in a couple days, he looked at it quickly and was like, hey, you know what? This is actually an easy fix. And he really quickly set up a fix for me. And now we can proceed with the episode as planned. So change of plan back to the original plan, which was the plan to automate the things and the stuff. So let's play with scanners, because that's what we're going to take a look at today. So I was literally in the middle of like, what am I going to do today? Because I had a plan to do this, and it wasn't going to work out. But don't worry, we got it going. So scanners. Scanners are cool. Basically, the way they work is you can scan an area. And it's actually like really complex and cool what you can do with it. But you can scan an area. And let's see, I have things and stuff, right? Yeah, basic wireless energy crystal. You're probably not actually hooked up to anything anymore, are you, basic wireless energy crystal? But I'm going to leave you there because you might be nice to have. Right? Yeah, you're not bound to anything anymore. Well, you're bound down there, so that works. It will scan an area and save it, but it doesn't save it in game, like in the NBT of the item. It actually saves it to a file in your world save, which is cool. And what this does is record what's in an area. So let's take a look. So we're going to demonstrate this quite simply by placing a scanner here. And you're going to want to specify in the scanner the shape of the area that you're going to want to scan, right? So let's start off with one of the blocks that we have to make a lot of from compact machines, which is the tunnel, okay? This guy requires the following. We need, from compact machines, some of this, we need some hoppers, we need some redstone, and we should probably grab our iron blocks back because we're going to want to get those as well, right? So in order for this to work, we need a compact machine wall, we need the hopper, and then we need the redstone all around here, right? So if you look at this structure, it's really 2 blocks tall, and it's 3 by 3 on the X and Z axis. So the best way to handle this is to take your shape card, and we're gonna modify it such that it's 3 by 3 on the X and Z axis and 2 blocks tall. And you'll notice that that represents a nice little like rectangular prism. That's technically what that is. And that's what's up, right? So now we could put this right in the card as it stands, and that's probably fine. And we want to put this in the top left. And you'll notice that it's going to like update the shape here. So it's going to scan in this area, but the offset is 0. And that's not right. We don't want it to be offset 0. We want to actually scan. So we want to go north, I think. 3, 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 blocks north. This part got a little bit funny to me. So that's probably not right. If we went 4 blocks south, that's correct. I think these buttons are inverted, but I might be wrong. So yeah, moving it 4 blocks south, you can actually see the 4 little dots of redstone and then the blocks above it. So that's cool. But note that we're also grabbing the blocks underneath. So right now, it's like it's centered on that 2 block tall. So it's grabbing these blocks and it's grabbing the basalt that's underneath it. So we also want to move it up 1, I believe, and scan again. And now you'll notice that it's, if you kind of look at it at this angle, you'll see it's actually getting those redstone dusts. And you'll see it's got 2 blocks in the center. So this scan is accurate. This is the scan that we want to keep, right? So we can hit scan every time, or we can have this on a redstone mode. But basically, we've just scanned the blocks that we want to scan, which is 4 in this direction, and up 1. Okay, so to recap, we told the shape card to be a 3 by 2 by 3 shape, which is that. And then we told it to offset in the direction. The south-north thing I reported to McJady, and he's going to fix. So probably by the time you guys play with this block, it might be fixed if you're using the latest version of RFTools. But basically, they're just inverted there. But I told it to go in that direction, 4 blocks. And now it's capturing the 8 pieces of redstone and then the 2 blocks that are in the middle there. Pretty cool, right? So now that we have this scanned, we're going to need another shape card. So let's make one of these, which isn't too hard to make. And we're going to place this in the bottom left-hand corner of this block. This is going to copy the data that was captured by the scanner onto this shape card. And you can see it says scan ID 1. How cool is that? See, these guys don't have scan IDs. This guy has scan ID 1. Now we should be good with this block. So what I'm going to do is remove it. Cool. And I'm going to remove all this. Cool. And then we're going to place our builder down. Bang. Now you're going to be redstone mode on to activate. Cool. Now, for reals, I probably shouldn't be putting the builder here. I should be putting the builder here. Now, the chest for the builder needs to be, here I am being used to being in my test world, and I'm like, oh, I'll just cheat in a chest. Yeah, no, I'm in my real world, Direwolf. Pay attention. The chest has to be on top of the builder, so that's why we're going to put it here. Cool. That should be cool. Now, we do have this guy, which is scan ID 1. I think I can open him up. And I can set, so you can see like the picture in here. How cool is that? So there's the little thing that we're building. How cool is that? I love it. That is awesome. I want to change the offset on this card, right? To say that instead of building it right centered on the builder, we want to actually build it 5 in the negative Z. So if I open this UI and we say negative, no, not this one, negative 5, that should be cool, right? Because when you have 3 here, it says towards negative Z. And this is X, Y, Z. So this is negative 5 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 should be centered point. So you require a redstone signal to run. So I'm going to place my shape card in there, and then we're going to hit preview mode. Oh, right. We want to bump it up 1 Y level. So let's turn off preview mode. Remember, we want the Y level to be up 1. Cool. So now we put in preview mode, and we should see, cool, there's all blocks there. Nice. Now if we put the appropriate blocks, like a hopper and a compact machine wall and redstone dust into the chest above this, and we give him a redstone signal, he should build this structure for me. Let's see if I'm correct about that. Oh, right, you're in preview. Break your preview mode. You know what's really funny about this is, and again, it might be a minor bug. I should tell McJady because it's minor, minor, minor. But if preview mode is on, the solid blocks overwrite the preview blocks, but the redstone doesn't. So let's try that again. Ha! Cool! It did the thing! How cool is that? Oh, what's up? Nice. Alright, so we scanned the block, we saved the blocks, and now we are building with that scan card, right? So that's super cool. So now what we're going to do is we're going to simulate the following. We're going to put you on, see this mode, do a single run and stop? Keep running with redstone signal? Yeah, you. And then I'm going to tell it redstone signal ignored. So check this out. If we place one of these and 8 of these in here, it should run. All right. It might need a redstone signal to be on keep running mode. That I was just trying to avoid, but that's okay. What I'm going to do for a second is put this away so that I always have the right amount of items. Okay, so let's try this again. If you're on, are you going to build? No. All right, so I need to put you on keep running. We'll put this here. Boom. Right? So check this out. Every time we put this set of items into that chest, it should build that structure for me. Right? I'm going to put this here and just go boom. See? Every time the items go in the chest, it immediately builds a structure. Provided, A, it's receiving a redstone signal, and, well, yeah, that's pretty much the only thing. Boom. Sweet, right? So we now have a way, almost, to automate this. Because don't forget, the next thing we need to do, in order to craft this thing, is to drop a redstone dust in there. So what we're probably going to need to do is have like an actually additions dropper that's sitting on the ceiling. Automatic precision dropper. Start. And this thing's going to sit in the ceiling. Now I'm going to purposely use slow item ducts here. And what I'm going to do is set it up so that, let's see, you to here. So if I put you like that, right? And you're on deactivation mode. Hold the redstone torch. Yeah, so I don't want it in I want it to instantly drop whatever redstone I give it, right? So there's 2 things that I could do here. We could put the interface right on this chest, right, in theory. And we can have this builder be anywhere, by the way, because offsets mean we can place this anywhere. We could put this builder out in the tree farm if we wanted to. As long as I align the offsets properly, we should be fine. So this doesn't have to be up here. It could be under the ground. Or it could be behind that wall. Or it could be behind that wall. It really doesn't matter, right? We might move this in a minute. But basically, we could have the interface right here, and I could tell you, right, what we could have is a item duct. Like, let's make them impulse for now, and we'll have a decent speed servo, right? In theory, this should wind up. Cannot find block. Okay, right. Yeah, you're complaining that you can't find the block. Right, that's fine. On to activate. I'm going to turn this off. That should cause him to continue trying to work. Until, so like if I do this, right, and here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put a filter up here. I think I can do this. Or, yeah, resonant filter should work. That's set to whitelist. Redstone 1. So he's allowed to have 1 redstone, right? And you're going to be set to ignored mode, right? So watch what happens when I place 9 redstone, a hopper, and a compact machine wall in here. So it placed those things first, way ahead of the redstone dropping. How cool is that? So that should super duper work if these things are turned on. So what I'm going to do is turn these things on, and now we're going to simulate the actual auto crafting of this device. You ready? Ho 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 ho! What's up? How cool is that? All right. And then we just need like an item collector to grab those, right? Like, yeah, that's super cool, right? Now, the next thing we could do is have another scanner and builder set up to do compact machine walls, right? So let's maybe move this thing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the shape card out of here, and I'm going to turn you guys off for a minute, and I'm going to remove everything we just built because I've changed my mind on where I want this thing to live. Now, I'm also debating if I want a second one of these. So remember, there's 2 sets of building radiuses. There's the 3x3 ones, and then there's 5x5. So larger rooms like large, giant, and maximum require a 5x5 space. So if we ever wanted to make those larger rooms, we would need a larger scanning area. So I'm thinking I'd have 2 scanning areas, one for 3x3 crafts and one for 5x5 crafts. And what I'm going to do is pick up this chest and move it behind the wall that's right behind me. And that might be super cool, right? So I'm going to turn you off, I'm going to turn you off, and we should be groovy. So let's go put this thing behind this wall, right? I'm actually going to grab my 2x2 or 3x3 dude here. This should be fine, right? Yeah, this works. Cool. All right, that'll do for now. And we'll just clear out this whole wall. Just to have like a plenty of spacing thing going on, right? So what we'll do is we'll start with the builder here, right? Now this is 1, and this has to go into the negative X direction, right? So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 blocks in the negative X direction. And that's where we want to have this be centered, right? So I'll open up my shape card, which is still bound, by the way, and we still see the little picture of the redstone dust. And this will be 0, and this will be -7. And this should, and I'm going to, yeah, redstone signal to activate. I'm going to drop your card in there, and if I preview mode you, you should show me that you're in the exact right spot. Perfect. Cool? Remember, look at this thing. See how it says facing west towards -X? That's how you know what number to put in the shape card, -7, because we're 7 blocks away. Nice. So this should 100% work exactly the same way it did a minute ago. Now what I'll probably wind up doing is going right through here. Yeah, I probably meant to take this off, but that's okay. Cool. And that should be cool. That should be groovy, and everything should work. Let's get some smooth stone just to fancy this place up a little bit. Cool. Right? And this will all be covered up in the walls in a sec, but nice. So you can be a filter. You're going to be set up. Now let's just review the compact machines. Do they all need redstone for the first tier? Right? So this needs the redstone drop, right? This needs an ender pearl. This needs an ender pearl, and this needs an ender pearl. So I will probably want to whitelist ender pearls at some point on here. But for now, we'll just whitelist redstone. And that should be cool. +1. So you can only have 1 redstone. And you get the servo here that says you extract always active. Cool. Because we don't need to whitelist over here because we're whitelisting what's allowed to go into this thing. We're saying 1 piece of redstone at any time. And that should work. And as long as we put this crafter in blocking mode, it should be pretty awesome. So now let's set up a similar construction for the compact machines, which will be even easier because it's a 1x2x1 shape. It's only a piece of redstone and an iron block, right? So what we're going to do is have another builder. Cool, let's do that. So we're going to want another builder. So let's get one of those. Which means I'm going to need one of these, and I'm going to need one of these times 4. And you're going to sit right here. Okay, let's get the scanner. So let's turn off preview mode. Let's turn you off. And let's grab our scanner again. Right? Now here's the thing. I'm pretty sure this shape card maps directly to this shape card. I wonder if you would work. I think if I update this one... So this is scan ID 1. How do I get a new scan ID? Do I need to do another shape card? I think I might. So let's save this shape card in like a chest over here and see how this works. So if I updated this shape card, this is linked to that shape card. It is not a copy of that shape card, which means if I update this, I'm also updating this. So I'm hoping that by having a new shape card, I'll get a new scan ID. So technically we want 2 new shape cards, right? 1 to scan with and 1, we're gonna need more paper, boom. Right, you guys can't stack, right? So you're gonna be, so you're 2 blocks tall, but you're a 1x1. So it's gonna be like really tiny. And you're gonna be in the negative X direction, 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? And what we're going to have is the iron and redstone here. Boom and boom. Oh, and don't forget that you want to be, so offset in the negative X 4 blocks, but you also want to be 1 up. Right? Boom. So you're going to go here, and we should see kind of that there's blocks there, right? 1x2x1. That's kind of a little bit tricky. Let's do it this way. I'm going to clear those out. And we're going to go, that is west is negative X. So that should be -1. Oh, I see. I did that. Oh, I see. Okay, okay, okay. Hold on. So now you should, so if I scan you, you should pick up. Cool. So you can see a block with a little dust on top. Perfect. So that's proper, right? Now you, I want to test this. Right? So if I link this card here, that's scan ID 1 as well. So that's not good, because I think we just updated this card. Right? So if I were to preview you, see, it's only 2 blocks now, and it's differently aligned. So that's a bummer and a half. Let me figure out how to get a new scan ID, because that's probably a thing that we want to do, and I don't know how to do that. Do I need a new scanner to get a new scan ID? Yes, each scanner appears to have its own scan ID. Look, you can see it on the tooltip on the middle top there. All right, so I need a new scanner to get a new scan ID. Got it. Got it. Okay, cool. So let's move this guy here. So we'll continue to use this, and let's get some power over here. For now, I can link you to here and here. That should be fine. You'll get juice at least. Nice. You'll need a chest on top. So I now know how the scanner is assigned their scan ID. Each scanner has its own scan ID. So if you want to have multiple scans, you want to have multiple scanners. Makes sense. So you are the shape card that was a copy of this, right? So you're there. So if I were to tell you to preview mode, yeah, you're over there. So I want you to be one closer, and that's positive Z. So that's like 1, 2, 3 on the positive Z. So I take this out. I turn off preview mode. I take this out. 3 on the positive Z. So that would be, and 1 closer here. Preview mode. Perfect. Perfect. All right, so there's your shape card for that. Now we're going to need a new scanner. So let's turn you off and get ourselves a new scanner. All right, so now in theory, this should be scanner ID 2. Yes, see how it's scan ID 2? Nice. So I'm going to give him some power for a sec just so he has some juice, right? You should be a scan shaped solid. So I'm going to actually change you to go back to 3 by 2 by 3. And I'm going to stick you in here, right? And you should, so I'm going to put you up 1 and negative x4-ish. And then if I build my structure here again, which means I'm going to need more redstone, and I'm going to need the that and this. And tell you to scan, that should get me a new scan ID with the proper layout. Cool. And then I can get a new shape card that I'm going to match to that scan ID by putting it in here. And now it's tied to scan ID 2. So I'm going to remove you guys. I'm going to put this scan ID 2 in here. And I can remove my scanner, right? So that's scanner 2 and scanner 1, and they should be groovy. And I can put this guy back. So now let's preview this, right? Oh, right, I probably have to change your dimensional lineup. So you should be -7 and 1 preview mode. That looks pretty good. Cool. And then if I turn you off preview mode and turn you on, you should be pretty good. Sweet. Now I throw a lever on these bad boys. And I put them in keep running mode. And I turn off these guys. This one probably doesn't need to be off, but I'll turn them off anyway just to be like super safe. And what that should mean is now these things are both fully ready to go. Now I'm also going to want a servo. And some item ducts on this chest, because what I'm going to do, and it'll probably be next episode because we're running out of time in this episode, is I'm going to drop the redstone dust. So like this will get its own interface, this will get its own interface. Oh, with them being, that's going to be trouble. That might be trouble. We might want one interface, because blocking mode won't work, and they're going to collide with each other if we try and craft two things. Like if I assume we had no compact machine walls, right? And I tried to make these things, right? It would go to make the compact machine wall. At the same time, it would go to make this, because blocking mode's not going to work because they're two different interfaces. So what I will probably need is the interface from refined storage going into one chest, and then item ducts with filters or something going into the individual chests. But we'll figure that out probably next episode. But for now, this should kind of work. So 9 of these, and then 2 of these should be cool, right? So if I do this, let's turn this on and validate that all of this works. You ready? So let's go to craft this one first. Did you place your dust? Did you place your dust? feel like I gave you 2 dust, but I'm not sure exactly what happened to it. Yeah, maybe I derped up the... I probably, yeah, derped up the placing of the dust. Cool. All right, so that, in theory, works, right? Cool. And I get my compact machine walls. Now I'm going to put one of these like that. And you need to be in... Right. Why are you not working? You should be working. You're getting a redstone signal on to activate. You're in loop mode. We'll just hit that button and that should fix his loop mode. Cool. It's been pulling out redstone this whole time. That's why it's derped. But now it should be cool. And that should work, right? So every now and then if that says stop, just click that button and it restarts it. And then it should work going forward. Nice. All right, so this is partway done. So what we'll do is we'll come back next episode and we will continue this build and get it integrated with RFTools and maybe make another set of scanners for 5x5 mode. For now, Dial20 signing off. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Take it easy.